February 16, 2007. Sydney Airport, Australia. Customs officers pulled Sylvester Stallone's luggage for routine inspection. The 60-year-old actor was in Australia to promote Rocky Balboa. He was tired from the flight, eager to get through customs and to his hotel. Then an officer opened his checked bag and found 48 vials of restricted growth hormone. 48 vials. Gintropin brand human growth hormone, HGH, testosterone, restricted substances under Australian law. Enough for months of regular use. Stallone's face went pale. He knew immediately this was a disaster. This is the story of the scandal that exposed Hollywood's worst-kept secret. Everyone uses steroids. Stallone just got caught. The customs officers were professional, but firm. They confiscated the vials. They took detailed photos. They filled out paperwork documenting every bottle, every dose, every restricted substance. Stallone tried to explain. The substances were prescribed by his doctor. He'd been using them for years for medical reasons. He hadn't known Australia's laws were different. He wasn't trying to smuggle. He'd packed them openly and checked luggage. The officers weren't interested in explanations. They had found restricted substances. That was a violation of Australian law. They would be filing charges. Within hours, the story leaked to media. Headlines exploded worldwide. Stallone busted with steroids. Rocky caught with HGH. Action stars drug scandal. The embarrassment was immediate and global. Here was Sylvester Stallone, Mr. Natural Muscle, Rocky Balboa, the symbol of hard work and determination, caught with suitcases full of performance-enhancing drugs. Australian prosecutors charged Stallone with importing prohibited substances. The maximum penalty: heavy fines and possible jail time. Stallone's legal team went into damage control mode. They argued the substances were legally prescribed in the United States for legitimate medical purposes. They claimed Stallone didn't know Australian law prohibited them. They painted it as an honest mistake by someone who relied on doctor-prescribed treatments. But the public wasn't buying it. Because here is the truth everyone knew but nobody said. Stallone was 60 years old and looked like he was carved from marble. That doesn't happen naturally. That happens with pharmaceutical help. The trial became an international spectacle. Media camped outside the courthouse. Paparazzi followed Stallone everywhere. The story dominated entertainment news for weeks. On the witness stand, Stallone was forced to discuss his steroid use publicly. It was humiliating. Under oath, he admitted to using HGH and testosterone for years. He claimed it was for anti-aging purposes and maintaining his physique as he got older. His doctor testified that the substances were prescribed legally and that Stallone was under medical supervision. They were treating hormone deficiencies that naturally occur with age. The prosecution argued that treating age wasn't a legitimate medical reason. It was vanity. It was an actor desperate to maintain an unnaturally youthful appearance by cheating with drugs. In the end, Stallone pleaded guilty to a reduced charge. The penalty: a $10,000 fine. No jail time. A slap on the wrist financially, but the reputational damage was severe. The scandal opened a conversation Hollywood didn't want to have. How many actors use steroids? The answer, according to trainers and industry insiders who spoke anonymously after Stallone's bust: almost all of them. Action stars in their 40s, 50s, 60s, maintaining impossible physiques. Steroids, actors bulking up dramatically for roles in months. Steroids, aging stars looking unnaturally youthful. HGH and testosterone. Stallone getting caught was like pulling back the curtain on Hollywood's dirtiest secret. Everyone was doing it. He just got unlucky enough to get caught. After the trial, Stallone gave interviews defending his use. He was surprisingly honest. HGH is nothing. Anyone who calls it a steroid is grossly misinformed. I've only used human growth hormone. Testosterone to me is not a steroid. It's something that's produced by the body naturally. Critics jumped on this immediately. Not a steroid? That was technically true for HGH, but misleading for testosterone. which is absolutely an anabolic steroid. But Stallone continued defending it. I think for people my age, you want to take growth hormone and testosterone because it makes you feel better when you're older. It rejuvenates you. I think everyone over 40 should be allowed to take it. This was revolutionary honesty. No actor had ever publicly admitted to systematic steroid use and defended it as normal, necessary, and acceptable. Other actors stayed silent, terrified the spotlight would turn to them. But trainers and medical professionals started speaking up, confirming what everyone suspected. Steroid use was ubiquitous in Hollywood. One celebrity trainer told a reporter anonymously, "If you think any actor over 45 has that body naturally, you're delusional. They all use, every single one. Stallone just got caught. The rest are more careful about international travel." The Australian bust changed how Hollywood approached steroids. Studios started advising actors on international drug laws. Travel kits got scrutinized more carefully. Some actors stopped traveling with substances altogether, relying on local suppliers instead. But nobody stopped using. The pressure to maintain impossible physiques remained. Audiences expected 60-year-old action stars to look like Greek gods. That requires pharmaceutical assistance. Stallone's honesty, while controversial, was also refreshing. He didn't deny it. He didn't make excuses. He said, "Yes, I use these substances. They help me maintain my body. Everyone in this industry does. I just got caught." That honesty cost him some fans who felt betrayed. The Rocky image working-class hero succeeding through pure effort was tarnished by the reality of pharmaceutical enhancement. But it also earned him respect from people tired of Hollywood's hypocrisy. At least Stallone was honest about what it actually takes to look like that at 60. Years later, Stallone continued defending his choice. "I'm not going to apologize for trying to stay healthy and look good. Everyone wants to be fit, feel good, look youthful. If medicine can help with that, why not use it?" Critics argue this normalizes steroid abuse and sends dangerous messages to young people. Supporters argue Stallone is being honest about medical realities of aging. The truth is complicated. Stallone's use was medically supervised. He wasn't abusing massive doses. He was using moderate amounts under doctor care to maintain health and appearance as he aged. But it's still performance enhancement. It's still cheating natural aging processes. It's still pharmaceutical assistance to achieve something impossible naturally. The Australian bust remains one of Hollywood's most significant steroid scandals. Not because Stallone was the only user he wasn't, but because he got caught and forced a conversation the industry didn't want to have. Today, Stallone is 78 years old and still looks incredible. That's not natural. That's not just good genes or hard work. That's science. That's medication. That's a GH and testosterone and careful medical supervision. And Stallone doesn't apologize for it. "I want to feel good in my 70s. I want to be healthy. I want to be active. If medicine helps with that, I'm going to use it." The 48 vials in his suitcase in 2007 weren't an aberration. They were evidence of a long-term strategy to fight aging with every tool available. Legal? In the U.S., yes. Honest? Now, yes, natural? Absolutely not. But that's Hollywood, where 60-year-olds play action heroes. Where 70-year-olds have ABBAs. Where aging is optional if you can afford the right doctor. Stallone just got caught proving it.